ヤギ様から盗み取った北斗神拳、とくと味合わせてやるわ。
Hi, welcome to a new video. There is one little thing I gotta let you know, and that one thing is thank you. Really appreciate you all watching these videos, guys. It's insane how much support I've been getting lately, and you could help me out even more by clicking the subscribe button down there. It's really easy, and only about 17% of you guys that watch my videos are subscribed, so it helps me out tremendously, as well as clicking the like button on this video, and might as well click the notification bell if you want to see my future videos. Hello, what's up everybody, welcome to the video. My name is Miro, and today we're looking at how to kill Maiden without ever getting stunned by the Mass Repentance, and therefore not having to ever take the ticking damage from stepping onto the consecrated ground. So the way we are going to be doing this is by playing the clip where I did actually kill the boss, and I am, at the time of killing it, talking about what I'm doing and why am I doing it, and then after the video is done, we'll recap what's going on and clear up anything that I might have forgotten to talk during the kill. So let's look at the boss kill right now. Lionhands want. Anyways, let's go. So we just play the fight as normal, but we gotta make sure we know where the ranged players are gonna be standing. That was quite a cleave from the... I don't have a fucking horse right now. That is pretty bad. Hey, I'm stuck. Wait, did I have one? I'm sure I was pressing it. It was not working. Either way, it's a little bit closer, but that's not a problem. So we have Fleshcraft, and the Mass Repentance will happen soon-ish. So I want to make sure I'm standing like here, because that's where, you know, that's the opposite place from where the boom is standing. So now, once Mass Repentance is happening, Fleshcraft, you immune that, and then you can pop your shit for damage onto the shield and also healing. It is just that simple. Fleshcraft is an immunity for that. If you're running Marileth, that is only. Now I want to have more than 2 faces of the shield, ideally, because I want to be able to showcase it. But this could be a case where we just kill it in 2 faces, then it's not too exciting. Either way, it doesn't change the fact that, you know, the explanation can happen anyways. So it's gonna be another one, and what we want to be doing here is use it onto whoever we see that has taken, use sack onto whoever has taken the dot, and that way we break out of that with sack. You need to make sure you're using sack onto somebody that is gonna take damage, because if you do not pay attention, you will use sack onto somebody that's gonna take 0 damage. What the fuck is the DK doing spinning around the boss? Just stand still. Oh, it was a hunter that was moving through, so he was panicking and moving towards me. For the next one, we would have Bubble, and I leave it all the way until then, so I can make sure that I have it. If I, for some reason, started the fight with a Bubble, by using it this late, I maximize the chances of getting it back. So now I'll just bubble this. Even if I get stunned, I can bubble it afterwards, I believe, but might as well just use it early. And that is pretty much the fight for now. But if this was hierarchy and we were gonna get another shield, then we would have Fleshcraft back for the next one. So as you can see, Fleshcraft is just coming back now. And the one after would be the one where we have nothing. So we can do 4 stuns without ever taking the damage if we are playing Marileth. Right, so as you saw, we never needed to take damage from the consecrated ground, and it was pretty easy. We just needed to be running Marileth to have the Soulbind trait ultimate form, and that way whenever we're casting Fleshcraft or Fleshcraft ends, we are immune to CC for a few seconds, and that way we don't get stunned by the Mass Repentance. So for that reason, you need to have Fleshcraft ready for whenever the first Mass Repentance is happening. Therefore, you need to not use it at the beginning of the fight, but rather whenever the stun is happening. Then for the second stun, we used Blessing of Sacrifice onto somebody that had a ticking dot from the Consecrated Ground. The reason for that is that if we were to be using bubble but it was on cooldown, we just want to make sure that we delay the bubble as much as possible so that we can potentially get it off cooldown if for whatever reason we put it on cooldown before the fight started. So we just need to wait about 3.5 minutes if we're running with Unbreakable Spirit, and that should be the case for any key. So therefore, if you used it on the trash packs before or whatever, you could potentially have it ready for this third shield, since by that point the fight has already been going on for quite a little bit. Either way, we use sack on the second one onto somebody that's going to be taking damage, and whenever they take damage they transfer it onto us and we get broken out of CC. If you use a sack onto somebody that's not going to take damage, like for example the tank, if they don't take the ticking dot, then you will stay in the CC and the boss will not be doing any damage in that time. She will be casting the explosion thing that you need to break and interrupt, so therefore she will not be meleeing anybody. Therefore, sacking the tank is not really the option here, should be sacking somebody else like a DPS. That way you also make sure that they take less damage out of the ticking dot, so you have to do a little bit less healing. And then next up, we did use the bubble there, as I explained, to maximize the chances of having it back. And afterwards, if we were potentially getting a fourth shield, by that time we would be getting our Fleshcraft back. So that's how you play this fight if you never want to be taking any damage from the Consecrated Ground. Other options here would be to run the Jailer Trinket, and that way you never need to bother with any of this. You could just run with Many instead, and you will always be getting broken out of the CC just naturally by running this Trinket, since it does some ticking damage to you, but it's not ideal to run as a Holy Paladin in Mythic Plus. And potentially also you could use the CC Immunity Potion to break out of maybe a fifth shield if you were doing a really high key, and at that point you would have no answers for the Mass Repentance. You could use this potion that people use a lot for the first boss in streets. That way, whenever you get an interrogation, you use this potion and it just doesn't do anything on you because you don't get stunned. So I think that's something that works. I haven't tested it personally, but I do believe that should work, and that's another way of getting rid of this CC stuff. If you happen to not have bubble ready or whatever, just keep in mind that that is also a thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you find it useful. Let me know any questions in the comment. If you have any questions about how to heal this boss, also let me know. I might make a video on that at a later time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.